Good morning and welcome back to this channel, and I really hope that you enjoy what I put out so far, and I hope that you're having a great day, and yeah, just a beautiful day. And I want you to do this like right now with me now, like this one. I don't know, when you do this, like it's just not serious, and it's taken out of any seriousness in your life. Maybe, we often go about our days thinking like, oh my god, this is so serious, going about our day like every single thing is important, every single thing is serious, and it puts so much unnecessary pressure. But when you do this, like, it's not that serious, and you feel that tingling. It just feel more lighter. You feel lighter, and you embrace the lightness into your life. And then what I want to talk about is like the analogy that came into my mind when, just imagine if your friend, of if any person came up to you and say, hey, I want you to, can I want to ask you for this amount of money, like lend me some money. You have two options. Like the first option is you just give them the money, and then when you give someone money, when you lend someone your money, you never know that it will come back to you or not, right? And the second option is that when you lend them, but okay, I cannot give you like cash $100, but I can give you word. I need your help on editing this video, and then I will pay you exactly $100. And the first option, maybe it feel easier for them, but after that they will, because often easy things, and especially free stuff that doesn't require exchange, often took for granted. How many times that when we give free stuff, and when we receive free stuff as well, we took them for granted because it's easy, it feels like it doesn't require any effort. But the reality is, we don't it's not that it doesn't require any effort to achieve our goal, but someone else does the effort, someone else does the hard work. So, but when you ask someone for money and they just give it like that, it doesn't give you the satisfaction. Like, it just okay, but it doesn't mean anything because you don't do anything. But if you work and then they give you $100, then it's your blood, sweat, and tears. It's your hard work paid off. And that's why when you work, there's this saying, food after work tastes more delicious. It's because there are effort and there are work that you put into it. So it increase the value of the food itself. It increase the value of money itself, because there this theory, the IKEA effect. When you can search it up. When you put anything, your effort onto something, like it's likely for you to appreciate it more. it's likely for you to, yeah, to value it more, because you know how much, because you know how hard it is. And I think one of my rule is, before I ask anyone, maybe before, just for example, if you want to hire a private chef, and then all of these 5 years you have been cooking for yourself, so you know that how hard it is, how tiring, and draining it is to cook by yourself. And then now that hard work that you pay off, that hard work you put into every single day just for a bowl of meal, and you ask someone to, can you do this instead, and then you pay them, but you now appreciate them, appreciate the person, because you know how, you know that how much burden that they are now carrying instead of you. So you value the person, you value the work that they gave you, you value the exchange of the effort, instead of you never cook by yourself, and then you hire a private chef, and maybe your private chef asks you for, this is how much I want to be paid, and then because you don't know how hard it is before, you were like, what, like this is too much, like this is too much of a number. But you don't know, you never know how hard it is to peel an onion, how much cuts that, like a finger got bitten when they practice just slicing onion every single day. You don't know, and you will likely less appreciate it and less value it compared to when you do it by yourself first. So the purpose of doing by yourself first, doing everything by yourself before you delegate it into someone else, so you know how hard it is actually, how much effort it required, and you know how important this person, and yeah, just the surface, it's really, really precious. So yeah, the preciousness is the labor that this person willingly to took instead of you. I mean, yeah, they get paid, but they also sacrifice a lot of things. Sacrifice doesn't always mean like just physically, but sacrifice also, they sacrifice a lot of time just for them to work with you. They sacrifice their time with their family, they sacrifice the time to learn, they sacrifice the time to do what they love to do, like hobby, just to lighten your load. So when you put it like that, you will be more likely to appreciate every single work that other do for you. I mean, this is for business owner, for anyone, okay? Because we must admit that it's impossible to do it by yourself, but also it's important to remember that it's not easy. No work is easy. Nobody said it was easy. So you cannot say to another person that this is easy. I hate it when, especially working in the creative industry, when I was in uni, and then people underestimate just making a logo, making a design, making a graphic designs, and they say like, this is easy. Why do you not Why do you need to be paid this much amount of money? Then it's like, do it for yourself. If it is easy, do it for yourself. Do it yourself. Don't ask for our help. And I think, and also remember that every person is human, and you don't know. Maybe you work with them, but you don't know their story. You don't know their life problem. Maybe they didn't tell you. Always be kind to others, especially be kind to do labor for you, especially. And yeah, you can see that your work friend is looking fine, looking good, but you never know. What if they just broke up with their partner? What if they have family problem, and you never know if they have financial issue in their house? You never know what someone goes through, and you never know what goes through and what happening behind someone's smile. So you cannot never ever, especially to stranger, to person that you don't know at all. You can't ever be rude, especially someone that you just met once, especially service worker, someone that do in hospitality, like waiters, like someone that clean the room. And then yeah, just worker that usually people, like I often see people, it's so easy for them when they don't like the food, and they project it into the waiters, but they just handle the food. They are not in charge of the food itself, and maybe the problem is not caused by them. They are just scolded because they are the first stakeholder on the line. They are just the first, the front, yeah, the front person. And that's why for every front person, front desk, customer service, receptionist, my respect is out of the roof, because no matter what the customer say to you, you never able, you are not allowed to. But here's my thing, here's my take. Like worker, like frontliners should be able to defend themselves, especially when the customer are rude. Like it's not okay for them to smile all day. Like you also need to able, like this company, this business cannot make the frontliner be the pushover, because I know damn well that whenever they want to say no, but there are rules because they work for someone else. There are rules, and yeah, there is that. So I love to hear what do you think about this, and then for any laborer, I just know that your effort, every single time, every single second that you put into it, so precious, and your presence matter anywhere, no matter any home, at your friends, with your coworkers. You matter, you're precious. So remember that, walk your day, do your work, reminding yourself again and again, like the work that you put into is precious, and the labor, babe. And also, last thing, like price yourself up there. Don't underestimate yourself, and don't sell yourself short. I'm so serious. Like you are not pricing yourself high enough. I know that every single time when you are trying to price yourself and you ask yourself it is too high, that's not the right question. The right question that you should be asking for yourself every single damn time is this too low for me? Like, whatever people think, like whether they can afford you or not, it's not your business, it's not your job, it's not the thing that you should thinking, it's theirs, not mine. So if you price yourself that high, and so you filtering so much crap. I'm serious, when I was working for, it's the difference, it's really loud. When you price yourself, especially freelance, that you price yourself is maybe you price yourself for $5, and then like me, I after that in the past I priced myself for $10 per hour, which is still too low. But the difference, it's so loud, because if you filter from the price, the people that you will also be working is also different. At $5, people think it's cheap, and you know what happened? They often late to class and they underestimate you, because if you think about this, like every single penny that someone spent on you is also every single penny that they are willing to invest in themselves. You know, it's investment not for you, but it's investment for the buyer. So if you meet person that just willing to invest in themselves in $5, and it's going to be a different person with a person that are going to invest in themselves, in their knowledge, in their health, for $100, for $1,000. Like the value, like the mindset that they have is also different, and how they treat you is also different. So after you know this knowing, how you now you know that is also filtering the person that you are going to work, you now not going to price yourself that low again, because yeah, you know it. So it's not your choice, it's now your choice. So bye, thank you so much, and see you in the next one.